John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and I'm here with you for another video. and Let me turn my light on. There we go. And so I'm back here with another video, and this is to show you some of my antique finds, some gifts, and some trade. Well, I guess there's probably one trade here. And so I've got some good stuff, and it's been accumulating, so I needed to show you. And I've got some great stuff here. So just an update on the sack pack. I do have some more videos coming on that for my own collection. And then I ordered just a few more stickers, just a small package. And so I know there was a content creator wanting that, so I'll be sending that to him soon. So just an update on that. I've got a little more coming, and I've got some non-Victorinox and Wenger knives from my collection I want to show you, so as part of the sack pack. But thank you to everyone who has participated in that, and that's been a real hoot. So really enjoyed it. So what have I got here? Well, I've got some great gifts. I'm going to start with, well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is right up there with my favorite gifts of all time. But my father-in-law, we recently visited with them, and he texted me one day. He said, "Hey, I found this knife in my tackle box, and do you want it? And I'd like to see you clean it up." So that was awful nice of him, and here it is. It is a really dandy fish knife, and I did clean it up. It is an Ulster, USA, stainless steel, and I think the number is 208, I think is what I see there, 208. You can see there's some etching on the blade, Fisherman's Pride, stainless steel. It had some peppering on the blades. It had a little bit of, it was pretty dirty. It had been in his tackle box for a long time. It's got that beautiful, I assume that's Delrin handles. And just look at the construction on this. Brass liners, just beautiful. And the beautiful clip point blade there. And of course, a fish knife or fisherman's knife has also the hook degorger and scaler with a bottle opener, of course. And so I did some shining on this and some cleaning up, and also did, I think I did a little bit of sharpening, or at least honed the blade a little bit. And she is sharp. And so this is just a beautiful knife. Yeah, the other thing you might notice is there's a little hole here on the bolster, and I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe that's to straighten your hook. And so you can stick your hook in there and straighten it out. So that's pretty cool. So very cool gift from my father-in-law. The other gifts I got were from a co-worker, and he has been cleaning out his mother's estate, and he's been giving me some knives. Some of them I sold for him, and others I was given. So these are a couple he gave me, and I don't know what they are. And the other thing is I don't know what this year is on this knife, so forgive me. I've got several here I don't know the year on, but got this first one, and I cannot read the tang stamp, so I don't know what it is, but it has kind of a pearl type handles or covers here. It's got this little tiny pin blade, a little bail. The bail is still there. So I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I haven't cleaned it up, obviously. And then this little guy, it's made in Japan. And I think it says right there on the blade, Japan. And I don't see anything else. RNC? RNC. I don't know what RNC means. I have seen this. It's a little tricky to get it back in there. I've seen this at the flea market. There's one, and they wanted quite a bit of money for it, more than I thought it was worth. And so I never picked it up, but I thought this was kind of cool. I probably will clean that one up, I think. The other gift I got was pretty cool. It's from Big J. I sent him recently a buck 311 trapper that he actually was there with me when I bought it at the flea market, and I cleaned it up, and I thought, I don't really collect buck that much, and I know Big J does, and he had the mini trapper, so I sent it to him. And then, of course, you know what Big J did? He turned around and sent me this. I got this in the mail this week. This is a Camillus, New York, USA, um, Model 20 muskrat. And this is, I believe, a 1989 to 2007 model. You can correct me if I got those dates wrong, but I believe that's what the Tang stamp represents there. There's the Tang stamp, and it's a muskrat. Got these two really nice kind of California clip blades. So, you know, I can be part of the muskrat mafia here for sure with 865 knives. So, got nice snap. This is new old stock. Beautiful jigged handles. I like the shield. I didn't do anything to this but strop it. I stropped it a little bit, kind of polished it, just wiped it off. I mean, it was in just perfect shape. So thank you, Big J. I really appreciate that, Jerry. And you didn't have to do that, but it's always much appreciated. And I didn't send that to get another knife, of course, but I really, really appreciate the gift. That was very kind of you. And um, this is just awesome. I've been carrying it and I've been enjoying it. So that's just awesome. Then I've got an antique store nearby, and I just popped in there one day at lunch. It's real close to my work. And I thought, well, I'll just look in there and see what they got. Well, one of the booths had their knives, had everything in the booth 50% off. So I went there, and the first thing I saw was this guy right here. This is a Beaver Creek Knives Beaver Trapper. There's the model number. It had the box with it. It had the paper wrapping, you know, and everything with it. And it's by Frost. It says that right here, by Frost Cutlery. So this may be one of their side brands, and this is the knife. And I like Frost, and I especially like their trappers. Their trappers are usually have pretty good quality. And you can see it says Beaver Creek right there on the Tang stamp. It's got that great shield, and those covers are just awesome. So yeah, I know it's a Frost, and some people don't like that, but it had $10 on the box. And at the time, I didn't realize that it was 50% off. So I thought, well, I'll pay $10 for that. That's okay. So I took it up there, and lo and behold, it was $5. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, and definitely worth $5. I really like this. The pole's kind of weak on it, but it's got pretty good snap. It's in pretty good shape, and I like the cover. So it'll go good in my trapper collection, my Frost trapper collection. And then I went back another day, and I thought, well, I'll go back there and see if they have any other knives in that booth. So I went poking around in that booth, and I found this filing cabinet in there that had the drawer open. So here's a tip. Look in every nook and cranny, because inside there were knives and some pocket knives. So I picked up these three from that drawer. Now I've cleaned these all up. So pretty interesting. The first one is a Sabre Japan electrician's knife. And I've done some polishing on this and cleaning up. It's got wood scales on it. I put a lanyard with this little antler bead, and it's got half stops. I sharpened it, and I've been carrying this all week. I just love this thing. And so pretty cool. I paid $4 for that. Then they had this, which was in a little case in a baggie down at the very bottom, and it didn't even really look like a knife. You know, I wasn't sure. I said, "Can I see that?" And the guy took it out for me, and here's what it was. It's an IXL office knife, and I got to looking at the Tang stamp. It is a Westenholm, a George Westenholm, England there, and little office knife. So I don't know a whole lot about these, but you can see it's got cracks on the bone scales there or whatever. And this was completely broke, and it was in a baggie. And I took it back home and I glued it and put some super glue in all the cracks and cleaned it up. And this thing is sharp. So it's got that blade and this blade, just a little pen knife, and probably used to, sharpen a pencil or open mail, and very thin, but in great shape. I did some work on it, but that's cool. I don't know a whole lot more about it. I apologize. Then also in there, so I paid $6 for that. In there was this little guy. So I opened it up, and it's a Gerber 500 Portland, USA. And I put an edge on it and cleaned it up. They had $4 on it, so I got this for $2. And so I thought, well, shoot, for $2, I'll take that. I might end up giving it away or something, or, something like that. But, that's a pretty cool little knife. You could just kind of use that to cut stuff you don't really want to cut with your other knives, So that's cool. So I think I made out pretty good. But then I also saw another case back there, and I've been looking at these. They had some Frontier knives in there, and they had this little Frontier. I think this is a 4133 Stockman. And again, I don't know the year, but I believe this is carbon steel. And this one was they had two of these. And 4133 Imperial Frontier, USA. So this is from their Frontier series. Terry's Knives and Man Stuff has a lot of these. So need to ask Terry about this, see what he thinks. But it's in great shape. I haven't even cleaned this up yet. I did oil the pivots because it was really stiff. But pretty cool. I paid $20 for this. It was in a little better shape. But I thought I got a pretty good deal. Then the last one here of the group is a trade. I'm doing some leather work for Zen Ali, and for that leather work, he sent me a Buck 301 Stockman, USA. And I think the Tang stamp is a 1991 Tang stamp. And so you've got that nice big clip blade. This is the largest Stockman model that Buck makes, I believe. And so pretty cool. I have the 371 too. I don't know how it compares in size, but it's a China-made model. This is a USA, and it's got the shield with the hammer hitting the knife over the bolt to cut the bolt, and it's got the Velox covers, saw cut. I love this. I'm going to be carrying this, I'll tell you that much. Thank you, Zen. I really appreciate that. Your sheath is coming along nicely. So I'll be showing that in another video. So that's a lot. I've got a lot here, and it's been a good couple of weeks and a lot of great gifts and trades, and so some good finds. So I wanted to share these with you. And I thank you all for watching.